Perfect. Okay. I will be right back. I gotta pee so bad.
Are you playing? Do you think that's Sonic? You want to play? If you think that Sonic RCU is rare, did they ever tell you about the Pokemon games? Red, Blue, and Yellow? Okay. So, some years ago, I was like in a lot of like student loan debt, credit card debt, all that stuff, and I started like selling off like, my collection. And I worked a second job, and I was getting out of debt. Right? And there's not a lot of the stuff that I sold that I truly regretted selling. And one of the things that I was like, fuck, I wish I would have, was a boxed copy of Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. First prints, and then the blue still had the factory seal on it, just it was torn at the top because the original one had still been out. Okay. So, all these years later, you know, like I'm saving up for a wedding and all this, so I haven't got my money yet. Margaret's kind of giving me a list of like, okay, these are the games I've heard you talk about. If you find them at a store, and they're reasonable or whatever, like I'm not going to fault you for it. Something that's not impulsive, you then want to just get these last couple things from the shelf. Yeah. Right? Because it's like, I don't know, I'm getting married next year, and we want to have a kid. Within like probably 9 months to 18 months of like, we're not getting younger, you know what I mean? So it would be nice to get that started in our early 30s here. So it's kind of that mentality of like, yeah, we're not going to have all the income for this, so get your toys now, I guess, right? We went up to my brother's this summer, and he lives 2 hours north, so like halfway is Maynard. We stopped off at a gas station, and I was like, oh, there's a little game store here, let me check it out. I walk in, and the owners, I know that, because every time I go in there, and every time I'm in Maynard, I make a point to stop there. It's a little mom and pop shop, so there's only 3 people. And he's like, dude, I got something crazy to show you. And he brings me to the glass, and he just took in a huge
It's really no big deal.
And there's a copy of Red, Blue, and Yellow. And I'm like, oh, these are sick, right? Like, it's my time to find the games that Blue and Yellow. So, we sit and I look at him, and he's like, you seem really knowledgeable about these. I'm like, yeah, okay, so this label on this one indicates this, and this, you know, this misprint on the box indicates that. We're kind of going through it. And he goes, you know what about these games? I do. And I go, I made the comment to him, I go, whoever had these took really damn good care of them. He goes, absolutely. So we ended up buying them. Okay. Quentin had brought his analog pocket up north with us. So I get up there and I'm like, I should test these to see if the batteries work. I put the copy of Yellow in. The original trainer name is Brad. I go, fuck off, no way, right? So I put in the other ones, and I'm kind of like looking at the boxes again, and I'm looking at it, and the guy I sold them to, a dude named Levi, and remembered like an hour later, I'm like, shit, I added him on Facebook because he was going to buy more stuff for me and never did. So I sent him a message, I was like, hey, this would be really random, I'm so sorry to bother you, like years later. Did you keep those games I sold you, or did you sell them off? He goes, I actually took a job. I'm going to be going across the country doing construction. I dumped off all my game collection to my local game store. I go, was your local game store in Brainerd? He goes, yep. He goes, why'd you buy them back? And he goes, I did it last night. And this was at noon the next day. I didn't just get them. I got my games back. Right. And he goes, all I did with them is leave them on a shelf. So yeah, he's like, they're in the condition you sold them to me at. I got my, it's not even like just getting them, but I got my games back.
Were they cheaper than you sold them?
So, I actually came a little ahead. That's a really good question. So when I sold them, it was like the start of 2021. I sold Red, Blue, Yellow in Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. I think I sold them for $1,710. And then I bought back Red, Blue, and Yellow for $925.
Oh my.
So
that's like,
I think you take Stadium 1 and 2 out, and I still think I broke. Yeah, I got a little bit of profit.
The job.
what are fucking chances?
But in general, like, dude, this is like 1 in a billion. Like, how often do you get to buy something of yours back?
Right.
That, you know what I mean? It was just like,
oh my god.
I had to be in the right place, right? It was weird, dude.
I bet that feeling was so crazy too.
Dude, once I like put it together, like, so then the guy, like, he's like, oh, no shit, that's so awesome. I'm glad you got it back. I wrote it at home. And I called the game store. I'm like, I need you. I'm like, should I sell these to a dude named Levi? He goes, yeah, he said it was his childhood collection. I'm like, hey, but this wasn't. Like, Levi confirmed it with me, and they're like, shit, you know. So I put new batteries in them, and I did a living dex. So I used Pokemon Stadium. Like, I beat Pokemon Stadium on the 64 to get like the Rodrio Game Boy and stuff. And I did a complete living dex and I finished that this summer. So
That's so sick.
I got a Game Boy printer. I went and bought one, and I printed out my little diploma. Like childhood.
That's
you know.
yeah. That's something I've always wanted to do too.
And now I'm like what, 12 Pokemon away from a authentic living dex on Gen 2. I even used so in the Nintendo Giggly, Pokemon Stadium 2's debug tools leaked, and in there you can use a Game Boy hex editor. So on an authentic copy of Crystal, I used a hex editor to check the flags to get Celebi event. Oh my god! So I have a legitimate like Celebi event Celebi. Like what would have happened at Toys R Us or whatever.
Or was that?
What the fuck?
No, actually. I was thinking the household so bad. Was GameStop by chance?
So it's like.
Those event things are cool, but it's just like so sad 10 years later
Yes,
when
and
you like can't do it. Like
Well, you can't officially finish Gen 3 anymore, like at all. Like there's no way in any of the games to get like Deoxys. You know?
Was Jirachi one of them too?
Jirachi you can get from a GameCube bonus disc.
Huh.
Japan only, and then just like $300 a day.
What the fuck?
can you run that through like Nintendo?
Oh, for sure.
So it's like kind
Or
of
Pokemon
legit.
Channel can do a Jirachi.
Okay. Yeah, I mean they're kind of like an underfunded small indie company though, so like I wouldn't expect them to like.
And Gen 3 is actually terrible because they specifically went out of their way to make the games designed in a way that it's harder for people who rented the games. So in all games prior, you can trade as soon as you get to the first gym. In Fire Red Leaf Green, you have to complete the national dex and then do another quest. So even like to trade from Fire Red to Leaf Green, like imagine if me and you started the game like 12 hours ago, and now we want to trade a Pokemon, we can't do it.
That's fucked up.
No. And then there's even more content you need to trade out with Meteor, Sapphire. So like if you're trying to go for like I'm doing a living dex thing,
That would have been too cool.
You have to wait till you
do it. And then like so the dogs are in Fire Red Leaf Green, but due to a programming error, if they use Roar, they don't respond to the game.
No.
So like you have to beat each game in full 3 times to get out each of the dogs.
Right.
How common is it for them to use that?
Dude, it's free.
It's at least a 25% chance.
Yeah. You basically have to just like once you're end game hunting the dogs, you have to just keep saving your game.
That's so fucked. Like so many kids
And if you
definitely
didn't
got
know
fucked.
that and like saved, you're just SOL. Like your save file just killed.
That's so cool, dude. I love indie companies like Nintendo, Free.
But yeah, they wanted to make it so you had to buy one game. Like
On that,
the only way to get Lugia is from the Yellow Dark Mist, and the only way to get Ho-Oh is from the Coliseum. Like so many Pokemon are exclusive to games.
Oh,
So
I
like,
think you're a BK.
right?